Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Pheonix Wright, Ace Attorney. This is Vdiffuser. In our last episode, we got started in our first court case, stuck our foot in our mouth at least once. Not as much as Larry here. And it's time for us to see who this witness is. Order! Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. Excuse me. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sahwit to the stand. And yes, we still have punny names. Punny names is what this entire thing is built on. There he is. Mr. Sahwit, you sell newspaper subscriptions. Is this correct? Oh yes! Newspapers! Yes! Mr. Sahwit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. Alright, first testimony. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed and frightened, found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in the apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran by was, without a doubt, the defendant, sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? You see, the judge is actually on the ball in this case. Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones don't function normally. The phone that Mr. Sahwit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. From noon to 6, huh? Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, Wright, this is it. The real deal. What do? You expose the lies in the testimony. Lies? What was he he was lying? Your client is innocent, right? And that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold it. You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. Alrighty. Find the contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. We got some logic going on. And rub it in the witness's face. Alrighty. So, you can press everything, but the one you really want to press right now is number 7. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The phone wasn't working. Well, how did you know? The phone in an apartment wasn't working. Yes, let me know. No, it wasn't. Right. But you said you didn't go in the apartment. Or did you? Oh, that. I can explain. There's a cordless phone on the shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call. And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? Okay. 1 p.m. This is the real one. 1 p.m., are you certain? He seems really confident. 1 p.m.? Right, doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him. Four to 5. Yeah, I think not, buddy. Objection! There's our first one of the game. Found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4. There's nobody to, no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? This is trivial. The witness nearly forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sahwit, why were you so certain you found the body at 1 p.m.? That's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Excuse me. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart. Wait! I remember now! Would you care to give your testimony again? And see, I don't smack you with this gavel because you perjured yourself. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. No, it wasn't. It was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. Nah. Got a voice saying the time on a taped program. You may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I got this one. Time of discovery. Alrighty. I heard the time. This is the big thing. It was probably coming from the television, because we know there was a blackout. Yeah, we're not buying this. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. Hey! You couldn't have heard a television or a video. The defense is a point, and not just on his hair. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sahwit? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait, I remember now. Mr. Sahwit, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. The constant corrections are harming your credibility. That and you seem rather distraught. And your neck must be very, very tired. Oof. Hey! My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sahwit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Hearing the time. Actually, I hear the time. I saw it! There was a table clock in the apartment. It wasn't there. Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. Not the clock we have. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Okay. All day. That strikes me as a very suspicious mistake. Yes, I can see how you feel a little doubtful. I'm really sorry. I only just remembered that table clock. A table clock? Alrighty. All day. The murder weapon? Yes, the table clock that was used as a weapon. That's what I just said. You doze off in the middle of my testimony or something? Something's fishy here. Alright. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was the statue. How is this supposed to be a clock? There's the music. Ah! You with your objections and your evidence. Who the hell do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sahwit. Hey! I saw it there! Okay, it's a clock! Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne. As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The next is switch. You tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. You have any problems with his testimony now? Yes! How do you know? There's a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified he never entered the apartment. Clearly contradiction. Yeah, indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove I went in there! I'll do better than that. I'll prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was a sound you heard. Order in the court! Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. We knew this was right. Mr. Sahwit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as soon as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Look at the witness's face. Vote for me. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? shut up! I hate you! I've been waiting to make that joke for a long time. Hair-throwing jutsu. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. My name is Frank Sahwit. He killed her and he should burn. Burn! Give him death! And he got his toupee back on magically in there. Order! Order the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claim. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I think I'd better think it through carefully. The sound Mr. Sahwit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply sound the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. Beep. I think it's 8:25. That's certainly a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sahwit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sahwit, try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh, what's he talking about now? While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing! How do you know it's running 3 hours slow of the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I supposed to prove that? Oh, we can do that. Damn it, I was so close. Critical evidence? Yes, Your Honor. I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, the sentence to cross-examination of Frank Sahwit. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! Because you are one, doofus. You lawyers are all slime. Almost at him. Sorry, Larry, I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Sahwit. Yeah, Chief, listen up, right? Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. It's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the night of murder. Well, what if it's fast? Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. That doesn't mean you can't still win. Think out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was it slow? Yes, we can think of a reason why. It's not slow, it's fast. Let him have it. Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Passport. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time between Paris here and there, you're here in Paris, is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. There, exactly what I was saying. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sahwit? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Yeah. I hope I never do another Family Guy reference. Yeah, I hate that show. Order, I say. Yeah, Family Guy does that to people. It makes them foam at the mouth and collapse. I really don't like that show. At all. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness. He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but the court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. And with that, this court is adjourned. Turns out Frank Sahwit was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sahwit let himself in to do his dirty work. And while he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, he grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find and killed her. August 3rd, 232, District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. I still can't believe we won. Right! Good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. She's this glad. Imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over! Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. But no! I mean, bad. Bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... Never mind. I'm not gonna go there. Congratulations, Harry. You're an innocent man, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. I'm sorry. No matter how grown up you are, that's still gonna be funny. Oh, boy. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Man, going fast on the rebound. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You? You made this? He's good with his hands. Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe I was so into that chick? And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you just want to cry? Larry. Are you so sure? Squeeze me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? You have something to show your friend. Something that proves how she felt about him. Oh, yeah. Check it out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. She took it with her when she traveled. Whatever. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make it of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. In order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. How about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah, part at least. You have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? Yeah, unfortunately for us, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave me. I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise I just wouldn't be able to keep. The end. Turnabout Sisters, a new episode. We will get to that next time. Till then, I will see you the next time we post a video. Later!
Have no doubt, I'm in control. You may think chasing ghosts is